Are you struggling financially? Are you always behind on your bills and stuck in the rat race, living paycheck to paycheck? Most people think that being poor is only about money. But what if I told you it's not just your wallet, but also about your mindset and the habits that you follow every day? In this video, we will look at 5 things that keep you poor. So, without wasting any time, let's get into it. First is spending more than you make. This is an universal truth and applies to anyone and everyone no matter where you stay. You are from US, Canada, India, some country in Africa, UK and so on. Like this is the first thing that you should remember. And it doesn't matter how much you earn. Even if you earn 100k per year, 200k per year or 300k per year, if you spend more than what you earn, you will always stay financially poor. So it's really important to make sure that you spend only on the things that you need. There are some people I know, like they want to go for shopping every weekend. Any new gadgets that come up, let's say Apple releases something, they are the first one to buy. Like if you actually need it, that's another thing, but you have to rethink and actually think like, is it really necessary for you or you can't live without it? If not, then you can just try to skip it because that's not making any or adding any real value in your life. So only get the things that you think are actually valuable. Like even I go for shopping, but it's not like every Friday or every weekend. Just because there is a sale, that doesn't mean that you need to hop on that. You don't need the latest phones, latest gadgets or the latest TVs, or you don't need to change your outfit or attire every other weekend. Yes, I know some of the things are important and are needed. Like for example, I got a new phone because the last phone I had was iPhone 13 Pro, and then I got the 16 because it was 3-4 years. But only buy the things that you actually need. And again, even spending is not a problem. The problem is when you spend more than you make. And with the invention of credit cards, it's like really easy to tap your card without thinking about how much money you have in your bank account. It's only after you receive your credit card bill that you realize, oh, I don't have the money in my bank account. Let me wait for my next paycheck. I will pay the bill, spend again and repeat. That's what keeps you in the rat race, and then you just live paycheck to paycheck. And remember one thing, that each dollar that you spend thoughtlessly today is a dollar that you can't invest in your future. And never underestimate the power of compounding, because even a single dollar invested today might grow multifold in 5, 10, 15 or 20 years. So don't spend recklessly. Yes, there are some things, some have hobbies, some passion or some things that you actually want to spend money on, and that's completely alright, but make sure you know how much you earn and spend accordingly. It doesn't matter if you earn 20,000 per year or 100k per year, but as long as you spend less than you make, you should be good financially. Second is not tracking your money. You can't fix a problem until you are aware about it. So if you want to work on your overspending habits, you think you are spending a lot, spending more than you make and living paycheck to paycheck, the first thing is tracking your money. This is one of the habits that I have developed from the past few years, and believe me, it has helped me a lot to stay ahead in my financial game, knowing where I spend and also cutting down costs. And this doesn't need to be a fancy Excel sheet or some fancy document. It's just that you can just take out your phone notes app and start tracking each dollar that you spend. Let's say I spend $1.8 on a subway ticket. I just add that in my notes app. I spent $1,000 on an iPhone. I just track that. So it's tracking each dollar that you spend, no matter how small or how insignificant it might be. So what I do is I just create categories. Like I just write in my notes app, traveling, eating, miscellaneous, groceries and so on, and I just add them in front of those categories. Let's say I bought groceries for $8 today, I just write 8, then I write $10 for miscellaneous, I just write 10 and so on. This doesn't take much of your effort, so there's no resistance in doing this. It's very easy. Whenever you tap your credit card, just remove your phone and write the amount that you spend. You know, one of the advantages of tracking your money in this way is that you won't spend carelessly. Like when you realize, oh, I need to track this, should I spend, should I not spend on this coffee? Like $3 or $4 is not a small amount and it adds up. Let's say you drink coffee every day, over time it will add up to your cost. So when you start tracking, you realize those small things and you start to make that small changes subconsciously. And remember that the goal here isn't to be cheap. I still spend on things that I love. I travel a lot. I spend on flight tickets. I spend on eating out in some fancy restaurants, but I track each of that dollar that I spend, like whether it's $50 for the meal or let's say it takes $500 for the flights. I track each one of them. Sometimes I go over budget, sometimes I'm under budget, but the habit and the consistency that you build in your financial life will really help you a long way. Third is comparing yourself to others. This might not seem directly related to the finances, but believe me, this is an important factor to consider if you want to get ahead in your financial life. Someone has rightly said that comparison is the thief of joy, especially in the age of Instagram, where you see reels from everyone traveling to places, taking a vacation in Bali, buying a new car, buying a new house. We feel overwhelmed and we think that we are left behind. But what you are doing is that you are comparing behind the scenes with someone's highlight reels. So you never know what that person has to go through or what that person has gone through to be able to take that vacation or buy that house. On the flip side, it might be like they are on a credit card debt. So they are paying EMIs for their vacations, for their car, house, and so on. So that doesn't mean that you need to do the same. Try this practice. Instead of getting jealous or envy from someone posting a reel on their vacation, try to bless them. Genuinely try to bless them that I really hope that this person gets or achieves everything that they desire, and just wish them happiness. Someone got a new BMW car. Instead of getting jealous, oh, this person might have got it through some bad ways, try to bless them. Oh, this is a really nice car. The advantage of this habit is that first is you don't hold any resentment. That means you are staying peaceful and happy and you are not attaching your happiness to anyone else. So in this case, it means that someone else is doing something and you are getting sad because of them. So it's not something that is happening internally, but you are trying to compare yourself to others. But when you try to bless them, you also develop a feeling of gratitude, which keeps you like peaceful from inside. And trust me, you will be more happier, calmer, and more peaceful when you stop comparing yourself to others. Fourth is not focusing on personal growth. Many people think that the formal education is the only way that you can learn, but the real thing is that you only learn, or you learn most of the things when you get out of school. It's only when you graduate that you start thinking on how to raise a family, how to manage my finances, how to buy my car, and so on. So the problem with formal education is, and this is all around the world, not just with a specific country, but the thing is that no school teaches you how to raise a family, how to build a good credit score, how to use debt to your advantage, and so on. The real education only starts after you get out of school, and learning can come in any ways, whether it's reading books, attending conferences, attending seminars, or even observing people. Like everyone has their own perspective and own strengths and weaknesses. So just by observing people, you will start to learn on how to develop yourself, whether it's financially, emotionally, seeing someone going through some things, you might try to learn lessons from them, and so on. You know, you don't die when you grow old. You die when you stop learning. So whenever you think that you know it all, that's the point that you actually die from inside. So never stop learning, never stop being curious. Like always stay curious and try to learn new things. It doesn't need to be only technical things like, oh, I need to learn something about my job. It might be about life in general. Like how should I stay peaceful, meditating, workout, or financial things, personal finance. I personally read a lot about personal finance, how the taxes work for an international student in the US, immigration things, and how I can help people. Or even if it's starting my own podcast series where I have been meeting new people, getting their perspective or their unique experiences. And this really makes me think on my different skills, such as how should I shoot the video, how should I edit those videos, how should I focus on my communication skills, that so I can add value to all the people who are watching my video. And there are many things, and I'm really optimistic about my future. Like there's still a lot to learn. No matter how high you get, how much you earn, and so on, there always will be something that you don't know or you should be curious to know. And all the things that I mentioned, whether it's starting my own YouTube channel, doing the podcast, or learning about personal finance, this is not something that is required by my job or someone is telling me. This is not because I need to do, but I like to do it, or I really love to do it, trying to grow myself and become an valuable asset for anyone, not just for my company, but for all the people I meet, my family, my friends, and so on. The one quote I live by, and this might sum up this entire point, is that I may not be the best, but I strive to be in the lifelong process of becoming the best. The fifth habit that keeps you poor is relying on just one source of income. No one teaches you in school, and everyone thinks that once you graduate, I will just get a job, I have the job stability and retire easily. But that's not the case, especially in today's market where you never know when you get laid off or get fired. There are many tech layoffs, round of layoffs that keep coming. I see LinkedIn post every day from some people that they have been laid off and they are looking for different opportunities. Times have changed, and especially with the times of AI, you never know which roles just disappear. And if you just depend on your job to provide you financial stability, then you are just one email away from a financial disaster. Like you are happy today, but tomorrow you lose access to your laptop, you are fired, and then you don't know what to do. Like you don't have any money, and if you are living paycheck to paycheck, then again that's a disaster because you have to either borrow money from your friends or family. I'm not saying that go and leave your job tomorrow and start finding different sources of income. If you have that one source of income, that is job, use that income to create other income streams. Like there are many streams of income that you can focus on, whether it's dividend income, interest income, investment income, investing in real estate properties, or following any passion that you can monetize. So basically think about it in ways that how can I create positive cash flows that will bring me more cash, and I'm just not dependent on the job. I have been investing since the last few years and get good dividends like every month. Obviously it's not enough to cover all of my expenses. I'm still not free financially to the top level, but I'm working on that. Like I'm creating my own portfolio because I never know what happens. Like the visa situation or the job situation is pretty fragile and you never know what happens. So it's really important, try to have as many sources of income as possible. These are only some of the ways that I told you, but there might be infinitely new ways of earning income which even I don't know. Like I don't have a lot of income streams. I have dividend income, interest income from high yield savings account, investment income that compounds every time, and I am planning to invest in real estate, but that's long way down. I'm still early in my career, so I don't have so much money that I can invest in any houses here. But yes, I believe myself and I have that mindset that I need multiple sources of income if I want to get financially free. So work on building a portfolio or sources of income that protect as well as grow your wealth, so you can sleep peacefully at night no matter what life throws at you. Like even if you are laid off or something bad happens, market turns bad, you still have enough financial cushion or enough money that you can sail through that bad times. And then when the times start becoming good, then you have, like, obviously you can do your job or work on anything that you are already working on, but make sure you have enough cash on hand based on the multiple sources of income. So these are the 5 things that keep you poor. Again, it's not about only your bank account, it's about the mindset, the habits, and how you decide to live every single day. Start tracking, stop comparing, keep growing, spend mindfully, and think beyond just your 9 to 5. These things will help you get on the road to become financially rich. Comment down on what habits you are planning to break starting today. Share this video with as many people as possible so that they get on that road to become financially free, because we don't want anyone to be unhappy with their lives. We want everyone to be peaceful, calmer, and happier. And believe me or not, most of the stress that people have is because of the finances. So it's really important to, become rich, have enough money so that you have freedom of time and you don't stress over things just because of the money. Like and subscribe my channel if you find my content useful. Thank you again for watching this video. Until next time.